Y'all know I do my utmost to keep you all up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. I do my best to document the drama, to document the new releases, to document test phases. At the same time, I'm also incredibly open. I let you guys know the studios that are being disingenuous when they're trying to scam us. I let you know of deals and opportunities I have. I give keys and access to games when I get given them. I am an open book. I am incredibly transparent, and whenever I can, I try to give you the information that I have at my disposal. In this instance, Ananta, I've discussed how a little while ago, earlier this year, not only myself, but several content creators were reached out by the official NetEase corporate department. This is a section of NetEase that are dedicated to handling content creator relations. They asked me if I were interested in connecting with the community manager for Ananta. They hadn't really begun advertising or marketing yet. They hadn't really begun creator relations yet, but I was asked if I were interested in forming a relationship, getting to know the community manager, because later in the year, they would, in their words, have opportunities for content creators. This is pertaining to sponsored opportunities. This is pertaining to early trailer reacts, to content and versions of the game that other people don't have. Naturally, I said yes, because this is a great opportunity, not only to get early access to the game and to information about the game, but to also get to know the community manager in question. I added him as a friend on Discord. We began to exchange messages. This went over a several week period. And then a few months ago, I was made aware of certain contacts that were trying to be made from the Ananta team themselves to content creators, global content creators specifically. This was for upcoming opportunities, partnerships. I reached out to the community manager. Not much was really said. There wasn't really any information to relay to me until last month. Last month, they began to mass contact content creators. This isn't just me. This is a lot of the content creators that I'm friends with in the gacha genre. We were all given a lot of information that up until this point, we haven't been allowed to discuss. We haven't been able to reveal to anyone because of NDAs that are in place, because of professional courtesy. You don't want to release information. You don't want to leak anything ahead of the official release or the official reveals, because it's going to take away from the official and also inhibit the official announcements. And that makes sense. This happens with every game. This happened with Chaos Zero Nightmare. This happened with Neverness to Everness. This happened with Arknight's Enfield. This happened with Wuthering Waves. It's happening with Ananta. It happens with everything. Often, the community manager, the companies themselves will reach out to content creators in an effort to form a rapport, a relationship, a bond, and to give them information in advance. So when the announcements are made, when the reveals are made, content creators can immediately upload their content, can immediately process their videos, make their announcements on social media. That way the momentum builds rapidly. That way everything hits immediately. That way the hype, that way the topic trends everywhere on every platform, which is why it's so hard sitting on all of the information. But there is something, I've been alluding to this for a little while now, and there is something that I can actually discuss, and that is pertaining specifically to Ananta's TGS appearance, the Tokyo Game Show 2025. As I'm sure you're all aware, Ananta is going to TGS. Arknight's Enfield is going to TGS, Neverness to Everness is going to TGS, and tons of other games as well. There are multiple different games that are sponsoring different creators. Ananta reached out to me personally. I know Ananta has reached out to multiple different content creators personally to come to their booth, sponsoring them. NTE offered to sponsor me to a trip to their booth at TGS. I've also been in contact with Chaos Zero Nightmare and potentially the Limit Breakers game that I just covered recently, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, Gamescom paid like 5 digits. They paid a lot of money to fly all the creators out there, but the Tokyo Game Show appearance really isn't paying a lot, and it kind of coincides with other sponsorships that I have and obligations that I have. that are probably going to prevent me from going, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have footage or content to show all of you, which is the topic that I want to discuss at TGS. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. What is the one singular thing that everyone uses to attack Ananta, to try and convince you that Ananta isn't real? There's no official gameplay. And you know what? They're not wrong. The trailers are pre-rendered and there's no official gameplay until now. Now, at TGS 2025, Ananta are going to have a fully playable demo. They are going to have a functional game that you can walk up to the booth to and physically play. And oh my god, it feels so great to be able to say that. So many of us have been sitting on this information. Like there are people like, Ananta isn't real. Of course Ananta isn't real because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, it is. There is a playable version. There was a playable version earlier this year when they held the offline beta test there, or technical test. There is a playable version going to be at TGS. Like, y'all just need to chill, give them time, relax. And now, as of TGS 2025, everyone is going to shut their fucking faces because there's going to be a fully functional, playable version of the game. There is going to be a ton of content, a ton of footage uploaded, not only to YouTube, but also all over social media from different people that got to actually play the game and the studio themselves. Now, that isn't to say the footage is going to be really good, the gameplay is going to be phenomenal, or it's going to be anything that we're expecting, but at the end of the day, we are going to have a version of the game that we can play. Additionally, I do want to point out that an insider at a specific gacha studio that I was visiting the booth of at Gamescom 2025 revealed to me ahead of the official reveal of NTE, Arknights Enfield, Ananta's booths at TGS that Ananta was actually going to be directly opposite NTE. I've known this for a while now, and I couldn't say anything. I hinted at it in videos, I hinted at it in streams, and I knew that there was some big beef happening between them, but it's actually hilarious. The insider that I talked to actually mentioned that, and I don't know the validity behind this, I don't know how genuine it is, maybe they were just upset, but they mentioned that Ananta knew where NTE was going to be and they personally set up opposite them. They knew the size of NTE's booth, so they decided their booth was going to be bigger. That is what I was told. I don't know the validity of it, but that right there, I made a tweet about it because it was kind of hilarious. In my tweet, I did accidentally typo Gamescom with TGS, or TGS with Gamescom, but that was an honest mistake. I was tired when I made that tweet. Either way, this is the next big gacha PvP. NTE versus Ananta. And honestly, this is everything I've been waiting for. I can't wait to be able to play this test phase. I can't wait to be able to see the footage from it. I can't wait to see everything fully realized. There are apparently going to be new characters that are available in the demo. There are going to be exclusive merchandise. I mean, this is honestly the biggest announcement Ananta could make. And I think they're only going to speed things up from here, which is a great, honestly, a great opportunity to get into if you haven't already as a content creator. This right here is going to probably be the next major large-scale gacha. There's more hype for this game, I think, than any other gacha right now. If you look on social media, if you look on Discord, the official everything, every platform is absolutely booming more than any other upcoming gacha game. So I would strongly urge you, if you're looking for a new game to play, if you're looking for a game to cover as a content creator, this right here is it. And my videos, the views that my Ananta videos get are evidence of just how big and just how popular this game is going to be. It isn't even out yet. My videos get 20, 40, 50,000 views, which is honestly, again, more than any other upcoming gacha game video gets on my channel. I we'll keep you guys up to date with everything going on in this game in the future as we are made available, as the information is made available, and as we are allowed to. Because, again, we do not want to inhibit the growth and hype and success of this game. So we can't really discuss anything that isn't already publicly announced unless we're given permission to. So I will be here every step of the way covering this game, hyping it up, and if they happen to make mistakes, discussing that as well, because no game is infallible, no game is without flaw. And hopefully we have a test phase we can all play publicly in the near future. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.